My name is Preston Chris, and I'm here to do my informative speech on how to shoot a basketball. I know a lot of people don't play the game, but I feel like that it's a fun thing to do just in case you're not doing nothing around the house or anything like that. It's just really fun to learn how to do. But if you do play the game of basketball, it's very important that you learn how to shoot the ball in today's game because it's very vital and it's very helpful for a lot of teams, and it'll be hard for people to stop you. For me personally, I didn't learn how to start shooting the ball until I was probably around 6 or 7, but I started becoming good when I became an eighth grader, I think, and it's just been a deadly part of my game ever since. Um, for me, shooting isn't it wasn't really hard. It just takes a lot of practice. So I'm just gonna start by showing you how to shoot, how to start your form. Okay, here's a basketball right here. If you're right-handed, have the ball right here because that's how you're gonna flick your wrist to shoot the ball. If in your left hand, it's gonna be right here. That's your guide hand to help you balance the ball. So you shoot like that. And then if you're left-handed, I'm sorry I'm not left-handed personally, but you would just switch your hands. So your left hand would be your flick hand, and your right hand would be your guide hand. But that's very important because if you don't flick the ball, your shot is gonna just be miscalculated. Because basketball and shooting is really not that hard. But if you don't flick your wrist right, then you're gonna miss every single time pretty much. There's several other key points that I want to hit. Is shot preparation. Okay, if you're shooting a free throw, if you don't know what a free throw is, it's when you get fouled or you get hit hard and you're shooting the ball. You go to the line, take your time, and shoot a free throw. Your shot preparation is when basically your ritual and your preparation how you shoot the ball. So me personally, I take the ball, I spin it, I take one dribble, look at the rim, and shoot. But you also have to have your hand placement right, like as I just showed you. That's part of your form, your hand placement. Make sure that your right hand is matched up with the laces on the ball, and your left hand is your guide hand, so it can help you balance it and keep it straight. Balance. Okay, a lot of people think that all basketball and shooting is about just shooting with your arms, but that's not the case. You also have to have a good base and a good balance when you shoot the ball, because if you don't, then you're just going to depend on your arms, and you're probably going to overshoot the goal. So you have to have a good balance and a good base when you shoot, because if you don't, then I mean you're not gonna make the shot. Your shooting pocket. It's another important thing when it comes to shooting. Your shooting pocket. My shooting pocket is right here. It's catch and then shoot right here. My shot is really not quick, but it's effective for me. It's perfect for me because everybody. I want to make this clear. Everybody doesn't have the perfect shooting form. Everybody doesn't have the perfect shooting pocket. Everybody shoots differently. But whatever is comfortable to you, and you're shooting good, then I say keep that because don't try and change it just because you see everybody else just shooting and stuff like that. Don't try and change it because it's not gonna work. But it's just very important that your shooting pocket is very effective because that's how you get your ball off quickly. Um, Now I'm gonna start talking about where you aim the ball at. All right, so for beginners, I say you shoot and aim at the backboard. If you know what a backboard is, the goal it has a square and stuff like that. For beginners, I say just shoot very close to the goal and just aim for the backboard. Practice on your form because that's gonna be very important. If you aim at the square, a lot of times it don't even matter where you're at. If you have a good release point of your ball and you can just shoot it off the backboard, I say do that all the time. Because a lot of people that play the game today, they don't do that. They just shoot and want to see the ball go in the net instead of just going to the backboard and then going into the net. But if you have a good angle and you have a good elevation point on your ball, then I say work the backboard because that's good and that's you being different. Then I want to say where you focus on the rim. Okay, so focusing on the rim. Shooting is all about focusing, because if you don't focus, you're not gonna make a shot. Don't think about it too hard, but don't think about it where you just don't think about it at all. Because focusing and shooting, they go hand in hand with each other. But when you focus and you look at the room and you're shooting the free throw and you look at the room, you take a deep breath and you shoot, it's 99% that you're gonna make it. Because if you're focusing and if you know how to shoot the ball, then I feel like you're gonna hit it. Then, if you want to just practice by yourself, I say you just sit down like this and just shoot. Or lay down in your bed and just shoot. Work on your form, because that helps. That helps you. That helps you get the groove. And when you go outside, then you could just practice on your shooting the ball actually in the goal. Because if you just shoot like this for a long time, you're gonna get used to it. You're gonna get used to your form. It's gonna become a habit, a good habit for you. And then when you go outside to the goal and translate it, then it should be going in a lot of times. Shooting is very hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard, but if you practice enough and you perform it, and even if you do it for fun, if you practice enough, you can beat your friends, you can beat your teammates, you can beat your colleagues, all that. But that's all I had to say on shooting. I mean, it's really nothing to it. If you practice hard and you just perform it, you should be good. All right, thanks.